Okay, Lucy has asked from Instagram, what's your advice on anxiety? Now, it's really good to understand what anxiety is and where it came from, because anxiety just came from a whole bunch of thoughts that you believed. That's how it happened in the first place. So your mind gave you a whole lot of thoughts about something, about a situation, and you kind of bought into those thoughts and believed them as though they were true. And then your mind gave you more thoughts and more thoughts. And before you knew it, it turned into feelings of anxiety. So, so what you want to do is just again welcome that anxiety. You can have it go immediately. You are so powerful that when you welcome a negative feeling, it dissolves instantly in the face of your presence. That's how powerful you are. So if you welcome anxiety, and I know it feels a little tricky because it doesn't feel very nice, right? Anxiety. But if you welcome it, which means just allow it to be there without trying to change it, without trying to fix it, without trying to make it go away, just allow it to be there. It will might increase just a little bit for a couple of seconds, and then you will feel it just dissolve, just like that in a puff of smoke. And you know what? It's the best feeling ever, because when it dissolves, happiness comes. So do that for anxiety. Do you know what I remember many years ago? I was working on a Tonight Show, a live Tonight Show, and it was so stressful. It was so stressful. And I started to get anxiety attacks. This was way before The Secret. And I didn't even know what they were. And you know what? Then the doctors didn't even know what it was, because the hospital's like, we don't know why your heart's racing at a million miles an hour. And, you know, I had all of those incredible symptoms and everything. And somebody handed me a book. Well, it was actually my doctor told me about a book. And I bought that book, and now I need to remember it in case somebody out there is wanting to buy it. It's something like this: Self-Help for Your Nerves by Dr. Self-Help for Your Nerves. Thank you. I've got all of my team here. Self-Help for Your Nerves by Dr. Claire Wiggs. And he told me to read that book. I had an amazing doctor. I really did. And I read that book and I never suffered from another anxiety attack again. But you know what is so incredible? The practice that she has you do in that book when anxiety comes. She called it floating, but it's exactly the welcoming practice. Oh my God, I was doing it decades ago. I was doing it decades ago. She called it floating. You know, so when it comes to just imagine that you're floating, and you know, when you're floating on a pool, you can't kind of resist or you'll sink. You have to be super relaxed. Well, that's what she called it. And so it's exactly the same practice as the practice that is in The Greatest Secret.